Hello, friends. How are you all? Hope you are doing great at various aspects of your lives. Welcome to another book review podcast by Team ThinkerViews. First published in October 1914, Shatranj Ke Khiladi, The Chess Players, is one of the magnum opus of Premchand ji, which took his fame to more heights. It is worth to note that Premchand ji was not only a prominent writer with good command on the pen, but he used to write about what is happening or happened in the society. Most of his literature is thus associated with grounded reality. Probably this is the attribute of his stories and books that made them popular, and on the contrary, some people who love fantasy writing or read to just get entertained may not like these books or stories that much. Most of the social problems Premchand ji have explored and sometimes took a satirical look on belongs to harsh reality, which is not easy to digest but evident in our surrounding. Shatranj Ke Khiladi is a little different in that manner. Rather than talking about the social problems as the theme topic of the story, he talks about political stuffs in this book. Well, we all are often talking that India, that is Bharat or Hindustan, is a country of more than 100 crore people. Well, currently it is around 140 crores, but it was much lesser figure in the times we are going to refer now on. But it was remarkably large at that time as well. Then, how and why the invaders collect the courage to attack this country with the purpose of looting it or establishing their rule here? Of course, it is due to the negligence of the people from the very land. As rather than being united as a country, kingdoms were worried more about their own boundaries and benefits. There is nothing wrong in that. However, when the larger stuff is at stake, it requires a greater level of retaliation. Also, the traitors always play an important part in the defeats. We, however, are not going to talk about those wrongs. We would rather keep our focus on negligence that leads to incompetence, as explored in the book. The only thing to mention is we should learn from the history to keep it not repeating itself. Now let us talk a little about the story. The book is focused on two main characters, Mirza Sajjad Ali and Mir Roshan Ali. They were aristocrats of small part of the kingdom of Awadh, which was then ruled by Nawab Wajid Ali Shah. They have had enough wealth, so they do not need to earn. Since early age, they have developed the hobby of playing chess. And who would be free for them to play with, rather than themselves? So, they bond into good friends, who sometimes turns into foe for limited time and challenger of each other in the game of chess. Their love for chess and negligence towards the rest of the stuff failed them to fulfill their duties towards society and even their own families. They made themselves blindfolded towards everything else and even ignored summonses from Nawab himself. British rulers were able to perform annexation of the kingdom, and they both remain mute spectators of the fall. They don't even have courage to visit their own city. The end of the book is tragically realistic. The fictional incidents of the book may belong to 1856, but they are written so convincingly that you will definitely like to consider them as real stuff. And importantly, you can relate those incidents to today's time as well. There are many places and or people or a fragment of a society found behaving like the protagonists or antagonists of the book. What you love the most in the story is flawless writing. It moves ahead so smoothly by developing the curiosity. You hope that the soul will wake up in the protagonists. At the same time, you know what is going to happen. The domestic lives of the protagonists is depicted hilariously in satirical yet realistic manner. Even the readers who cannot relate to those times will also be able to connect to it. The writer have fantastic command on Hindi language. At the same time, he know how to write it in a way so a layman can read and understand it easily. Other good thing is the plain Hindi meaning written along with some jargons when used in the book. It makes the reader to understand those words or phrases quite easily. The surroundings are explored quite nicely. You will be able to imagine the stuff mentioned there because of the detailing given. At the same time, it's not too detailed, which otherwise could have made the book boring. You may expect a longer story here though. It is worth to note that ace filmmaker Satyajit Ray made this story into a Hindi film titled Shatranj Ke Khiladi. The movie was a critical success and even won the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Hindi. We got the book at a good deal price at Amazon, so it was more than value for money for us. In summary, it is a good read which sends a strong message in quite satirical and easy way. You should not miss it. By the way, we have talked about Hindi TV serial Guldasta that was based on the stories by Premchand ji in various articles at ThinkerViews.com. I will put links to those articles in the description so you can read them as well. The name of the stories that we have talked includes Stri Purush, Nairashya, Ek Aach Ki Kasar, Buddhi Kaki, and an introductory review article for this TV series. So, have you already read the book? Are you planning to read it? What do you think about this book review? Do you find it helpful in deciding whether to go for the book or not? Please do share your genuine remarks via comments below. If you have enjoyed listening to the review, please hit the like button and do not forget to share it with your friends and other fellows whom you think such reviews interest more. Till we meet with our next podcast, bye bye, take care, namaskar.